The Battle of the Bay continues. Game 3 of the 1989 World Series. The Oakland Athletics against the San Francisco Giants. I'm Al Michaels. Welcome to Game 3.
Parker at second base, so the Oakland A's take.
I'll tell you what, we're having an earth.
So I was born in Oakland on October 17th, and I grew up in Martinez, a small town not too far from Oakland. So it wasn't until after this earthquake that I started seeing 1017 everywhere. I'd hear it on the news, I'd see it in the headlines, and it seemed like every time I looked at the clock it was 1017. So it wasn't too long after that I was sitting in church waiting for service to start, and I thought I'd look it up, John 10:17. Therefore the Father loves me because I lay down my life so that I may take it up again. That is like the most powerful verse in the Bible. That's like the Bible in a nutshell. Written in red and straight out of the mouth of Yahusha. So I started learning the secrets of the Hebrew language, and the first thing I look up is October. And the first thing I see is 1017. So I copied and pasted these letters here to see what it translated into. And it took me on a link-to-link journey pointing to New World Order agendas, and seems to be pointing to tribulation and a rapture. It even talks about what years the Feast of Tabernacles falls on 1017, and how the Gematria correlates to the rapture of Enoch. It even led me to an incident involving a young man who gets his head cut off and cannibalized on a bus because he had his eyes closed and headphones on. And that led me to the Trans-European Network and the EIB. And the EIB brought us back where we started, COP, climate change. And when I was putting that video together in 2012, this happened.
Scientists are working to figure out what that big ball of fire was that soared over Northern California tonight, causing a loud boom. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Johnson.
And I'm Dan Ashley. It was seen from Monterey to Mendocino and east to Sacramento. ABC 7 News reporter Alan Wong is live at the Chabot Space and Science Center in Oakland tonight with a story. Alan.
Yeah, and there were several astronomers here tonight hosting an event, but they were so busy speaking to the guests that they missed the excitement.
I looked over, saw like a crescent-shaped object, like reddish orange in color. But as it went away, it started kind of getting larger. It's kind of expanding.
I'm not sure if it was a meteor or not, because a meteor drops straight out of the sky. This thing was going sideways across the sky. So to say it was a meteor, I don't believe that.
Basically, you saw a small car-sized piece of rock and metal from the asteroid belt crash through the layers of Earth's atmosphere, ionizing and setting the air on fire in its wake. Little pieces of it, as it broke up, probably crashed in the hills around Martinez, north of here. And you might have even heard a sonic boom as it crashed through the atmosphere at speeds of over the speed of sound.
So it was a meteor that probably crashed into the hills around Martinez.
This incredible new video in from Northern California. Take a look at this. It's a meteor. Wow, that's pretty cool.
What the?
Soaring through the night sky. Folks were in awe, some of them in panic, fearing that a plane might have been crashing.
All of a sudden I seen this like huge, it looked like a huge rock or meteor or something just fly over us, and I went, oh my God, what's that?
Looked like a movie. It was so big, you literally looked like you could see the flames on it.
The National Weather Service says people from the Bay Area north to Tehama, County, and South Fresno reported the sightings.
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early morning news.
An eye-catching sight last night over the Northern California skies. A bright fireball streaking across the sky. Check that out, along with a loud boom.
Then the 1017 craze seemed to slow down a bit, and I began to spend more time in the Old Testament, and most of that time in Genesis, Ruth, and Esther. looking at the bride, where we came from, and the covenant of promise. Then on January 17th, 2017, I discovered this about the letter Hey. When you say hey, you are saying look. Here's the progression of the Hebrew letter Hey, and the oldest being a pictograph of a man with his hands raised. Hey means look, reveal, breath. It has a numerical value of 5 and represents grace. Mission 10:17.
You may have seen it last night, or at least saw it trending on social media, but several people in BC witnessed what may have been a meteor. It happened sometime between 9:30 and 10:30. Security cameras caught that. You can see it in the middle of your screen there. It caught the large flash of light as it traveled across the sky. Now, many say they heard a loud crash shortly after, though it's unclear what the impact, where it may have happened, if it happened. Calls flooded RCMP and fire detachments right across the province, but it's unconfirmed exactly what it was. Now, if they do find it, then it officially would be a meteorite. That's where it lands. But we are seeing it continues to trend right across the province.
It is. It has everyone interested, right? When you look up to the
interesting.
sky and you see that, it connects everyone together.
Quite a sight in the sky. We're getting dozens of reports of a possible meteor sighting across much of the Pacific Northwest, and we have the video to prove it. This security footage was posted by Jackie McKay. She lives in the interior and says the flash woke her up. We're getting reports of sightings across BC, from Nelson to the Sunshine Coast, even from Washington State to Montana. First reports started rolling in just over an hour ago. Witnesses reported seeing a bright flash of light followed by a loud boom, some saying their homes even shook.
Are you serious? Are you serious? There is a large asteroid approaching the Earth. October the 12th, 2017, an asteroid is going to come extremely, well, I guess it's going to miss us. I guess. You have to understand, the name of the asteroid is 2012 TC4. And they are now saying this asteroid is going to go past the Earth within 4,000 miles from the Earth, which is unbelievably close.
the 7th month, in the 1 and 20th day of the month, came the word of the Lord by the prophet Haggai, saying, Speak now to Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua the son of Jehozadak, the high priest, and the residue of the people, saying, Who is left among you that saw this house in her first glory? And how do you see it now? Is it not in your eyes in comparison of it as nothing? Yet now be strong, O Zerubbabel, saith the Lord, and be strong, O Joshua, son of Jehozadak, the high priest, and be strong, all ye the people of the land, saith the Lord, and work, for I am with you, saith the Lord of hosts. According to the word I covenanted with you when you came out of Egypt, so my spirit remaineth among you, fear ye not. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yet once it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens, and the earth, and the sea, and the dry land. And I will shake all the nations, and the desire of the nations shall come. I will fill this house with glory, saith the Lord of hosts. The silver is mine, the gold is mine, saith the Lord of hosts. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than that of the former, saith the Lord of hosts. And in this place will I give peace, saith the Lord of hosts.